Hi all, Varis here with Phototech Tuesday. Each week I'll be posting a new video about photography, technology, art, and more. Today I'm looking at Adobe's latest update to Photoshop, a powerful upgrade to the Actions panel, now reimagined as the new Smart Actions. This revamped panel not only streamlines your workflow, but also adds intelligent features that adapt to your project context. With built-in presets, improved search, and a cleaner layout, Smart Actions make it easier than ever to automate complex tasks with just a click. Whether you're batch processing images or applying multi-step adjustments, this new panel brings a modern, intuitive feel to one of Photoshop's most time-saving tools. Let's take a look. Okay, so here in Photoshop, we have an image open, and I'm going to activate the Actions panel. It has this new little icon that looks like an arrow here. Once we get that, we have our Actions panel. And the first thing you're going to notice is that we now have suggested. Here the Adobe AI is analyzing the image, and based on what it finds, it's making suggestions for actions that can improve the image. So, for instance, if we hover, you'll notice that if I hover over this, all of a sudden I get a preview of what that action is going to do. So strongly boost the vibrance. I get, much more saturated greens and blues. We also have, some creative ones like turn it into a sepia, mild pop. I guess that's just increasing this contrast. So these are sort of suggestions based on the image. There's also what they call the featured essentials. So there's an auto levels, just a simple boost of vibrance, sharpen the image, and remove background. There's not much, but this whole image is background, so there's no point in removing the background. The other thing you'll notice is that after suggested, there's yours, and this gives you a display of basically all the default actions, any actions that you may have installed or loaded into Photoshop, and any custom actions that you might have created yourself. Okay, but the thing that's like the most exciting for me is this search up here, because really what this search field is for is just asking it to do something. Let's actually look at another image, because I don't really have a lot that I would want to do with this particular image. So let's go to this one. Okay. So here, based on the image, we've got sort of similar things. But if I look at this image myself, I think I really want the sky to be darker, and I want more pop and contrast in the image. And it's giving me this mild pop here, but it's not really doing anything about the sky. Let's see if I can actually search for what I want to have happen in the image. So let's say darken sky. And I'm getting the results now. It's searching in. Okay, well, it has select the sky. It has replace the sky. AI generated, and this points out another little feature here. You see these the little star icons there. That indicates that there's a generative fill AI aspect to this action. This is interesting. Replace the sky with sunset, and I'm hovering over this. I haven't actually clicked on it, and I'm seeing the preview. So if I want that action to occur, I have to click on it. And then it's really already made these layers for me. And I can actually go in there and modify any of these layers. I can turn them on and off. Okay, look at that. It's already given me a darker sky here. So that's kind of interesting. The other thing that you may notice, if you hover over these various actions, and they all do different things, if you hover over it, occasionally, if it's really complicated, you may end up with the system hanging or taking a really long time. We'll kind of revisit that in a minute. If that ever happens, you can just uncheck preview on hover, right? So if we uncheck that now, it will no longer, you'll no longer see those little icons next to it. And if I go over it, nothing happens. It's not trying to preview it. We'll turn that back on for now. And the other thing that we might want to look at are classic actions. This is, if you miss the old actions panel, it's still there. All you have to do is check classic actions and you'll get the actions panel that you are already familiar with. Let's take a look at another image here. So here, let's go back to our regular actions, which are now the these actions with a special search. Let's go back and just X out of this. So our suggested actions, strong contrast, creative cross process is kind of interesting. I don't know what glossy style is. If you hover on and off, it does seem to be flattening the contrast. I don't know how that makes it glossy. But again here, like, you know, maybe what I'd really rather do is like blur the background. So let's go ahead and put that blur. And sure enough, as soon as I finish blur, I've got blur background. So if I hover over that, it will eventually show me the preview. And you can notice that sometimes these things take a long time to actually display. I'm going to go ahead and click on this just to kind of speed that up. That's actually 2 minutes, and there one click does something pretty complex. But I noticed that this sort of violates the, you know, the lens blur logic, because the foreground shouldn't be blurred. I only want the background blurred. I can see that the issue is the layer mask that is put for this blur layer. So if I select that layer mask, I'm going to go ahead and repair this just because I can't stand it. I'm going to go ahead and get a gradient tool, and I'm going to paint with black to white, or transparent here. Let me make sure that that is black to transparent. And I'm going to target that layer mask, and I'm just going to start here where it will paint with black and then gradually ramp off. And you can kind of see what I'm creating is sort of a limited depth of field effect. So these actions generate layers and layer masks, and you can always go in and edit them. You're not stuck with whatever the action does. Let's go back and we'll look at this. Look at another example here. Okay, so this image, let's now go back to our suggested, based on this image, has something called glowing highlights, generate a custom background, make the subject pop. And most of these things are, here we go again, it's going to hang a little bit here. What I really want to do, though, what bothers me most about this is it's not warm enough. It's still a little too cool. So I'm just going to type in warm, and apply a warming filter. Yeah, that helps. Here's another kind of portrait, medium deep portrait warmth. I think the portrait warmth looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and apply that. And let's see if we can, let's X out all of these. Let's generate a custom background. So that's a fairly complicated one. Let's just see what happens if I click on this. So it's telling you want to create a background layer, because this was opened as a smart object. So I have to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead, close that. Let me go ahead and actually flatten the image so that we can run this. So I'm going to flatten the image, and then I'm going to generate a custom background. So this is what I have to type in here. It's walking me through this. This is all recorded in this action. And let's put here bright flowers. See what happens. Click on generate. we're getting our, generative fill here into the background. And now I have a couple of different options here to choose from. None of them make that much sense, but we have demonstrated the action. So the thing that's most exciting to me is up here in this search thing. And I think eventually we'll just be able to type in whatever we want to have happen. And AI of Photoshop will actually just accommodate it, and we won't have to move our mouse or click or do anything. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. This new Smart Actions panel feels like a glimpse into Photoshop's future, one where the software behaves less like a tool and more like an intelligent assistant. It's one more step on the path towards a fully agentic Photoshop, where instead of clicking through menus or building custom workflows, you simply ask for what you want. It echoes that iconic moment in Blade Runner when Deckard leans into his console and commands "Enhance," triggering a cascade of visual improvements without lifting a finger. We're not quite there yet, but Smart Actions brings us closer than ever. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you don't miss another Phototech Tuesday, and I'll see you next time. You might consider joining us for a travel adventure. Check out our trips and in-person workshops at our website, bobbyandleesphotoadventures.com. Our last photo adventure for this year will be an amazing, once-in-a-lifetime India for beginners, a first-class luxury tour, including the Taj Mahal, Tiger Safari, and the Pushkar Camel Festival. And that's October 17th through 29th. Next year, we will again go to Venice for Carnival, and sign up is now live, so check out the website for more info. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Bye for now.